Hey there, I am Dr. Shannon York with In Alignment Wellness, and I'm here to walk you through all the things you might need on your ketamine-assisted psychotherapy dosing session from the comfort of your own home. So let's jump in. Probably my favorite thing of all of these items is the journal. I'm a little biased here. I love journaling. This particular journal that I have here is called Connected, A Personal Journey for Ketamine Therapy. It is by Catherine Inez Davis. What I liked about this particular version is that it has some questions for reflection to prepare you for this whole journey. It has space to write about what you experienced during the dosing, so you can explain what you felt, what kind of visuals came up, what kind of messages you received, what insights you might have had. My favorite part about this is that there's an option to reflect about a week after you do your dosing to really hold on to those insights, to remember, to have that refresher of what you are practicing in your day-to-day life to make this medication experience successful. I really think that is key and one of the differences between ketamine as a substance and ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, which is all about integrating this into your whole life, using this medication to open up that neuroplasticity to make the change easier. But in order to do that, we have to reflect, we have to integrate. So you might want this journal, you might have a journal that you like, you might want to journal on your computer or on your phone. Whatever works for you is great, but you definitely want something for reflection. After that, we want to think about all your electronics. The work that we do together is going to be virtual, and so you're going to want to make sure whatever way we're staying connected on the video call is fully charged and with the charger available, because I don't want to lose you while you are having this experience. I want to be able to stay connected. If you are listening to music on your computer, you want to have that available. If you're listening to it on your phone, you want to make sure that's fully charged. You might even want, again, portable chargers available. And then you're going to want to make sure you have some headphones. I definitely recommend headphones over just playing the music out loud, because having that kind of in your ears allows for a more immersive experience. You're kind of closed into that space a little bit more. I have had folks lose the battery charge on their headphones during the session, and it can be a bit of a scramble to replace that. If you want to prevent that, you can go with the cord or just make sure your devices are fully charged. After that, let's think about hydration. I like to have a water bottle that has either a straw or a spout. The reason being is that this medication can impair some of our coordination and balance, which might make us a little bit more clumsy. And we don't want to open water cup with water spilling out to impact your experience in your session. So something that's easy to drink from. This medication also increases our sensitivity, including sensitivity to temperature. So you want a Goldilocks situation with the water, not too hot, not too cold, something kind of in the middle. Speaking of health, wellness, hydration, we'll move on to the safety portion here. This might be the one thing that you have to purchase. This is an at-home reader for blood pressure and heart rate. So you are going to have this in your home. You're going to take your own blood pressure and heart rate sensor experience here before the dosing and right after the dosing. That will allow us to make sure that those readings are within a safe range and attend to them if we need to. So we'll do that again right before and right after. Now we've attended to health, safety, hydration, reflection, electronics. Let's talk about the medication itself. In the partnership with Journey Clinical, what we do is we use a lozenge version, and they come in these little packages of doses, and you're going to want to make sure that all of your doses are out of the packaging. You don't want to do any work while you're in this experience. Let it be set up, let it be easy for you. You might want to have some system for labeling them. I use these little bowls. They have a little label in the back. This one says boost for a booster tablet. This says dose 1. You may, in your first session, need at least 3 places for your ketamine doses. They come in 3 separate lozenges. After that, you might find out that you want to combine them or use them in 2 separate doses versus 3 doses. We'll figure that out together. Your first session, you want at least 3, and then you want one to contain anti-nausea medicine if you were prescribed that as well. You want everything clearly labeled so that, again, no guesswork, don't have to think through it, don't have to do a puzzle in the middle of your dosing session. You will have a support person with you who may be close by or may be checking in on you periodically. You want them to understand your system too. So again, make sure it's clearly labeled, not just for you, but also for the person who's there to support you in the journey. When you take the medication, you will start to feel the impact of that. You'll have your headphones in with the music going, and you may want to put on some eye shades. I recommend eye shades regardless. When you put them on is up to you. These particular ones I like because they are adjustable, so they don't have to give you a headache. I know we have different sensitivity to that. These also have some padding around the eyes so they don't put pressure on the eyelid itself, and it's a little bit more comfortable experience. If you have your own eye shades already, use those. If you want to use a sweatshirt over your head, that works for me. We don't have to be fussy or fancy, it's just got to work for you. The other reason that we use these, right, is for that sensitivity that we mentioned. Ketamine can increase light sensitivity. This helps prevent that discomfort that might come from the light sensitivity. It also blocks out any distractions. If your cat's walking around, if your support person is turning pages of a book, so no distractions, and encourages that inward focus. After that, you'll be taking the medication. You might have eye shades in. You'll have some headphones. We use a method with the Journey lozenges called swish and spit. You place the lozenge in your mouth. It's like a sugar cube. It will dissolve, and you'll swish it around in your mouth for about 12 minutes. I'll time that. I'll let you know. Once you're done, you need a place to get rid of it. That's the spit part. So again, because the coordination is a little bit impaired, you might want something that is light, easy to hold, not breakable if you drop it. Maybe you're less clumsy than I am and you can do glass. Proud of you for that. Go for it. It's really up to you what is going to be a fit. I do have one little note, pro tip here. I don't recommend something that is very shiny. You can see how this is catching the light. Because you're light sensitive and you're a little bit disoriented, putting your face into a bowl like this could cause some dizziness or discomfort that we just don't need. So I wouldn't recommend something that's highly reflective. If you have a bowl like this that's plastic, great. If you want to use a plastic cup, great. If you're more coordinated than I am and use glass, great. Love that for you, whatever works for you. So we are kind of working through our process here. Once you've done the swish and spit, you might want a little towel just to dab any excess there, and have that, again, if there's any spills, rare, maybe just clumsy me, right? You'll have this available. One thing that people notice when they first take the medication is that they might feel some numbness in the mouth, in the tongue, in the lips. This is, again, an anesthetic, right? And the route of administration is absorption through the lining of the mouth. And so you're going to feel that anesthetic effect probably in the mouth first. So what happens is your mouth and lips are numb while you're swishing, right? And so it might feel like, oh my goodness, like there's a little bit coming out. It's good to have a towel on hand for that. If you don't want a towel, you can use tissues. I recommend having tissues on hand anyway, because also this might bring up some intense emotions for us. And if the tearfulness comes up, we want to have those readily available. So now we've got all those things available. The last thing I want you to think about is any object that will add a sense of meaning or groundedness for you during this journey. That really can be anything. It's a broad category. So I want you to think about what would make me feel more secure, more grounded, more inspired, whatever that is. Here's some ideas. Any figures related to your faith, or things that are a passion or a hobby or a memorabilia or a souvenir, anything again that is inspirational, meaningful to you. If you are somebody who likes special rocks and stones that have meaning, don't have meaning, come from a vacation, come from a crystal shop, those are welcome. Maybe you want to pull some tarot cards and have those available. Maybe you want a little Palo Santo or sage to prepare the area. Maybe you want to bring in fruit or chocolates as an idea of this kind of like offering or an altar experience. Maybe it would be helpful to have a photograph of a loved one, a beloved pet who's maybe with us or not with us, a favorite friend who is always there for you, an image of your childhood home. Whatever it is that, again, would make you feel more connected to yourself and this idea of people who are there to support you during this journey, all welcome. You could bring all of these things. You could bring none of these things. You could find somewhere in the middle. This is all about trusting your intuition and choosing what is most helpful to you. So, we talked through all these items. I have these all kind of set up on this tray that I can come and bring next to me wherever I'm doing my dosing. Maybe you got a tray like this. Maybe you've got a bedside table. Maybe you put this on a coffee table. Wherever it is, just make sure you have your objects prepared, close within reach, and ready for you on this journey. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, anywhere on this website. This is a lot of information. I wanted to give you a thorough kind of walkthrough of what you might experience. But to simplify this, I also condensed it into some lists that you can download, that you can look at, that you can have available with you to make sure all your things are prepared. I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.